Good morning. It's Thursday. How was that energy?
It's certainly Thursday.
It's certainly fucking Thursday. I filmed a video last night. And then I didn't get a lot of sleep. So that's where we're at. But hey,
no one else suffered the consequences.
And no one else suffered any consequences of that whatsoever.
We're both just really happy this morning.
We're both incredibly happy and in great moods.
Especially me.
Especially her. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad everybody's up. Thanks for tuning in. I see people from Twitch and from YouTube. Really appreciate all you guys stopping by. We got 2 more days before Christmas. So this is before we stop streaming, before Christmas week starts. So it's our Christmas. We've been doing lots of, honestly, a lot of Christmas prep this year, like way more than before, and it's been really nice. It's been a lot more like, it has felt much more Christmassy, I think.
It has been a very Christmassy Christmas this year.
It's been really cool.
So, I live in like we live in like a nice town in upstate New York, and it's relatively expensive to live here. I mean, I thought that at least until I found out that every worst place around here costs kind of the same to live here. But last year was like one of the most, like, what's the right way to describe it? Not festive. Unfestive, like Christmas.
Pathetic is a good word for it.
And like a lot of the reason I was excited to move here, believe it or not, is literally because it was voted one of the country's most like festive towns in America.
They'll know. Don't give too much information.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They'll be able to find it on the database of most festive New York places.
And this year, they built a building. They built a ginormous building downtown, and it like, so apparently it took out a bunch of electricity in town.
Yeah,
it,
there's like
created
city
a bunch
power
of
lines and stuff.
And so they set up like just the saddest, most pathetic Christmas decorations this year. I mean, just like truly, they set up like little lights around the street lamps. And half of them are out, and like voted most festive by MoveToNewYork.com. I actually don't think it's still that anymore. I think it's changed even on the MoveToNewYork.com website. Anyway, all this to say that it looked really sad and puny and pathetic this year again, and I'm like, I'm not having that. And so I wrote to my...
Allison wrote a strongly worded letter.
Oh, I did. I wrote a strongly worded letter to my city government and was like, and pretended to be like somebody's grandma. And I was like, you know, people pay a lot of money to live in this town. Actually, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I bet. That must have been really cathartic, actually.
And after last year's debacle, we also have a Republican... mayor
guy in charge, yeah, whatever the position is,
which also helped with the energy that I wanted to bring, because I brought up all the Republican points. And I was like, we pay a lot of money to live in this town. It's important that the people here feel considered about. I think
community.
I think that this town, or not I think, we think we, the town,
right,
can see how much the city cares about tourism, and because tourism's really big here, something neglecting the people who live here, blah 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 blah. And yeah, so I wrote that to 2 different people. I wrote that to like the big guy, chief. I don't know.
The big chief, yeah, our big chief.
And then I wrote that to the person whose job it is to read it. But I was like, I wrote a strongly worded letter that was like, it wasn't mean, but it was just like, there was no wiggling around it. It was like, you have an obligation from my taxes, of all things, to make my town look nice, and you are going to bring the festivities this year. This is not an option.
When Allison is in her 70s, she's definitely going to be one of those people who's at town hall meetings every day.
100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You think you'll actually go to them?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time I'm like like old like that. I mean, I think community is only going to get more and more important. It already has. COVID fucking whooped my ass into being like, oh man, I really care about the place I'm going to be when the world falls apart. I'm really going to give a shit about who I'm surrounded by and what it feels like. And yeah, I mean, I'm just in my I'm not that old. I mean, I'm not older than.
It does make sense.
But I'm
that people
old
get more
up
like
here.
This as
I
they get
got
older.
old, and so now I'm like, not do your job, but do your job, especially to Republicans. Like, okay, we have a predominantly Republican local government. So, like, what do you mean the Christmas lights don't look good? What do you mean it's not festive? That's the only thing you're good at. And you didn't pull it off last year, so, like, you're not gonna not pull it off this year.
I think that's a great point.
So I
that
sent
is, like,
in...
the only thing that they have going.
I sent in the letter, and I'll be so fucking damned if they did not get to fucking work.
Oh, you bet it fucking works. Yeah.
Because I did the whole, like, you know... This is not what's to be expected of my town. I've been here for 15 years. I have not. And so I did that whole thing. And then literally within like the next week, the lights start turning on. They start working on whatever electrical issue was just happening. Anyway.
I bet there was somebody there pushing for stuff too.
Well, so I wasn't going to send it. And
yeah.
I talked to Kyle about it. And Kyle is like, there's a Leslie Knope in every local government that no one is listening to.
Right.
And you know damn well someone has noticed that half the town's lights don't work and the decorations aren't up and they're not put up well and things don't look good. And they noticed it last year. And you're right, because I remember this conversation happening last year on like Facebook and other things. So Kyle was like, there's someone who isn't being listened to, and you're going to send that letter and you're going to validate the things they've been complaining about.
Yeah. There's a you everywhere, and nobody listens to them until a second person chimes in and says...
You're actually so right.
says the same thing.
You're so right. Anyway, now it's the most Christmassy Christmas that's ever been here. Like,
true.
I think they even sent out a letter to like local businesses that are like, this is the year, step it up.
They might have. People did. I don't know what changed, but I think it's
really been stepped up this year. I mean, like, really, it's completely... Anyway, it's awesome. I'm very happy. Did not say thank you, because, again, Republicans. but yeah, I'm 100... You're going to see... I'm going to... God forbid if I ever become a parent for any reason, that's going to, like, embolden me times 150, and I will be at every meeting I could ever be at yelling. You're going to see me go viral one day just because I'm yelling at
Sheep in a Cart made a good point.
Local authorities.
Said there's a huge amount of, well, nobody notices if it's good, that's easy to fall into when you don't get feedback in public services.
Yeah.
So this is why you're essential, because, like, if nobody's saying anything, you don't
I'm
notice.
the feedback person.
Right.
Don't worry. You think I could just hold an opinion to myself?
This is why comment sections are... This is why we have to do live streams, because otherwise I don't... How do I even know if anybody's watching? If you're not directly telling me that you're watching. It's like comments are important.
Interesting. I mean, I agree.
I mean, genuinely, though, like, one comment has been enough to keep me going sometimes, depending on the comment.
Honestly, I love that optimistic look at things. There's a Leslie Knope in every city government. That's actually... I don't even think that's optimistic. I think it's incredibly realistic. There's, like...
They're probably more
think about the
defeated.
Positions in city government. They're not all mayor. Some of them are literally head of the parks department, which is not that interesting of a job.
Right.
I applied for it here because I was qualified. So there's always somebody, but like, who is Leslie Knope?
Who is Leslie Knope?
Ursa said that. Leslie Knope.
Ursa, like Parks and Rec.
Parks and Recreation, the TV show.
I feel like Ursa would.
The
vibe with Parks and Rec.
Does anybody vibe with Parks and Rec anymore?
Season 1. It's been a while.
Ursa has seen nothing. That's really common of our audience.
Yeah,
actually.
That's true. Oh, I hate Parks and Rec. Okay.
Yeah,
I get it, actually. Weirdly, I understand every opinion about Parks and Rec. If you love it, I get it. If you hate it, I also get it.
There's always some neurodivergent hyper-fixating... Yeah, yes, on fixing the problem. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And if
true.
there isn't a Leslie Knope, there is a me.
Yeah.
Because...
Right, sometimes it's not even about being passionate about the thing specifically. It's just being passionate about...
Right.
Like, the people and getting the job done.
Yeah. Well, I've called myself personally, like, management material.
Yeah.
And you called me a cop, which was super
I did
cool
do
of
that
you.
once.
But what you did describe was a government worker. What we described collectively. So there's 100% a me, probably in most governments, or boards, or whatever. But yeah.
If it helps, I'm kind of a dictator. Like, there's a little bit of, like authoritarian, freak out in both of us.
Right, there's a different way to spin that. Like,
yeah.
What's a good guy cop?
A superhero. Fucking Captain America.
Right,
like,
right. And then a good guy dictator, it's like a... What is that, like a deity?
Yeah, I guess so, right.
Yeah,
like a benevolent...
Yeah.
A benevolent higher power of some kind.
Kyle calling you Hitler or a cop. Did you call me Hitler?
I don't think so. That seems unlikely.
I thought I called me Hitler.
You might have called you Hitler.
Well...
You took your glasses off and you looked really, really pretty all of a sudden.
like a movie from 2002?
Yeah, I just looked over and you were taking your glasses off and it just, like, stunned me for a second. You can probably see
Is it my...
on the playback.
Puffy little beady eyes?
I wouldn't describe them that way,
I
but
ate
yeah.
an entire bag of cheese puffs at 10 p.m. last night.
It was a hard night.
It
happens sometimes.
So should this be the look? I can't read shit.
Can you see this?
No.
Really? You haven't done contacts in a long time.
At some point... So I keep getting my eyes checked.
You look good with both. It was just, I don't know, for some reason
I keep getting my eyes checked by the doctor who keeps insisting I'm probably not dying and nothing's wrong. But my eyes now see... One is close and one is far now.
Right.
So when my glasses are off, I actually can't see shit still, because it's like...
The fact that this is what Allison says to seduce Kyle. I ate an entire bag of cheese puffs last night.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't trying to seduce anybody. I guess I could have taken my moment, probably.
So was that your rant, or did you have another rant for today?
Oh, I had another rant. I actually don't know why that was brought up. Oh, because we were talking about Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very
It has.
Christmassy Christmas.
No, even just us. I think we've done a good job at keeping it Christmassy. We decorated the apartment a lot. It looks great. We've done, like,
definitely
present shopping early. We made a gingerbread house. We
did make a gingerbread house.
Christmas movies.
We did watch Christmas movies.
We've done a good job.
Yeah.
All of us.
Does everybody here know about
spirits.
Movie Club? I'm really excited for Movie Club.
Yeah, there is a movie club in
I think it's
Chaos Cottage Discord server.
I don't think the Movie Club is due... Wait, was that last weekend?
Which is everybody
Might have
watches
been last
movies
weekend.
together and then I think discusses them. And they did the guards themselves for the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I need to...
That's funny.
I want to read over people's conversation on the guards themselves.
I think most people are doing it in voice chat, though.
Coincidentally, there's a list that they made of all the movies that I have open on my phone right now because we've been asked to, as a little side game, just while we think of we can do rants and stuff. This is a very light game compared to normal.
My rant is so controversial.
I'm going to read off some of their synopses of the movies so that you can try to guess what movie they're talking about, because in the spreadsheet there's a section for 10-word synopsis, no more.
Okay.
And some of them are truly unguessable.
I'm going to kill this.
Some of them are very bad descriptions.
Yes, go to Chaos Cottage, talk to Grace. She'll give you the role. You guys can stay updated. Did you guys watch a
Where is the
movie
link to
last weekend? Because I want to join.
Was that the Guards Themselves weekend?
But I thought in my head we weren't going to do anything until... No, the Guards Themselves already happened before that.
Okay.
We weren't going to do anything till after Christmas.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy, so that makes sense.
But yeah, I just want to watch more stuff lately. I'm in like a creative mindset. That's what happens when you're unemployed. You're like, wow, I could do anything. Maybe I should take up a new hobby. How about...
Rock climbing. Man, that didn't work. We tried that one first.
Oh my god, our rock gyms are no fucking joke. Oh god.
We are not in shape enough for that shit.
No, we are. I think we are. We went rock climbing in Texas pretty often.
Yeah, we did, in San Antonio.
And then we go to the rock gyms up here. So we are 20 minutes from the Adirondack Mountains.
You're really just trying to hone in exactly where we are this episode, aren't you?
Everybody knows where we are.
No, they don't. We've been keeping it vague on purpose.
We have not been keeping it vague at all. We've literally talked about the tourism here.
Yeah, in some cases, but this becomes more and more public the more we do it.
And then what?
We'll talk about it later.
And then what?
And then what?
And then what?
And then people can send bombs
to the whole town?
It wouldn't be that far away.
You're right. I won't tell my story then.
No, we can tell the story.
No, I won't tell
the story has nothing to do with the location of the rock gym.
Yes, it does. That's why I mentioned it. It actually has everything to do with the story I was going to tell. That's why I mentioned it.
Fine, well, continue telling the story. Just
no.
Vague is fine. Anyway, we went to a rock gym, and we've gone in San Antonio before, and in San Antonio, it was just like a normal warehouse, and we were also like 25, so we were able to climb the, I'd say, acceptable height rock wall that was there, but we didn't realize that it was apparently like much more of like a casual sort of civilian rock climbing course. And here, which is in close enough proximity to some mountains that people probably do this as an actual real sport, like go proper bouldering and shit, which I assume is where you were going with that. They're not for the faint of heart. And that is us. We are the faint of heart. So yeah, we gave it a shot, but it was hard. It was like, not that I think I couldn't do it if I like really wanted to, but we were kind of looking for something that we could do as like a casual sort of exercise to go like just have some calories burned and enjoy the task without it being like lifting weights and stuff. But yeah, people at these places are like serious about it. It is not a California rock gym. It is not like we're all going to hang out at the rock gym kind of rock gym. It is like, this is practice for when we are on an actual mountainside and risking death.
They were like ranked by hardest to easiest, with the highest number being the hardest one, and the lowest one was a 5.6, and the most difficult one was like a 6. Like, that was the spectrum of difficulty.
Right.
So it's down to like
unclear.
a point system of like how difficult something could be, and they're all unbelievably hard.
I didn't make it to the top once.
And that's kind of crazy. Kyle not making it. Kyle is tall.
Right. I'm long. I can usually reach it. It was tall though. Like, the building is huge.
Yeah.
Compared to the ones that we went to before.
Scuba diving. We're getting recommendations for hobbies. We have ice hockey, fencing, and scuba diving at the moment.
Those are cool. We have ice skating on the list, which is actually the Christmas activity we
have
haven't done
ice
yet.
skating because I can't go rollerblading because there's no rollerblading here.
That would definitely be better.
Rollerblading is my favorite
so
thing
fun.
ever. Ice skating's okay. It's just rollerblading but cold.
Right.
And more dangerous.
Right. Rollerblading would be really fun. I do wish we had a roller rink around here. I like tennis. Has been fun. You and I did that at one point.
Tennis is great, actually. Tennis is a blast.
Like, yeah, it's just fun, and you end up exercising by like without even realizing it.
Yeah, tennis is good. Tennis is a great sport.
It's still a fallback. Not super expensive either, I don't think. I'm into the idea of ice skating though. I'm curious to try. It's the right time to do it. It's been a while though.
Yeah.
And it was also in Texas, and nothing is the same in Texas. They just do things wrong.
Somebody doesn't know how to swim?
Swimming is fun. Swimming is good too. It's just pool access is always the issue. That would be yours if you had a pool. Like, that would be the thing.
Yeah, I fucking love swimming. We just don't have any scuba.
We definitely don't have scuba capabilities. We're nowhere near a coast, yeah.
Like lake scuba diving.
Do a movie description, Kyle. Okay, how about anarchists fighting oppressors? What do you think that is?
The guys themselves.
Nope.
Okay.
Try again.
That's...
What else could that refer to?
Specifically anarchists?
Anarchists fighting oppressors was the synopsis for that one.
Are y'all gonna piss me off?
Probably. This is also, the genre for this is dystopian thriller.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hunger Games. Kaylin.
That's a good
said
guess.
It first. Dystopian thriller?
It's closer to the guards themselves than it is to the Hunger Games.
Oh. So it's like more... Anarchists fighting oppressors. I do hope they are actually anarchists.
That's a hell of a list, guys.
I was also going to agree that they better, like, y'all better not be wrong.
They're not wrong, it's just very...
Most of these descriptions were written without having seen or looked up the movie. V for Vendetta is a good guess. Is it V for Vendetta?
It is V for Vendetta.
That's a good one. Thank you, Lucas. I wasn't going to get there. Isn't that anarchist?
This isn't even a... What?
Singular.
Oh, anarchist. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right? Well, I mean, I guess 2 if you include Natalie Portman. This one, for one of them, is just don't talk about it. And the
Fight
genre
Club.
is classic. Yep. Some of them are very obvious.
Wow, that'll be interesting. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on Fight Club.
Some are pretty obvious, like Robin Williams becomes English teacher and teaches guys poetry.
The Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
God, what a great movie.
Or Dude's Life turns out to be a TV show.
Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then other ones are, for example, not Maze Runner.
Is that Divergent?
It's a sci-fi. No, that's what I thought. I thought surely this must be something like Maze Runner.
Is it Hunger Games?
That isn't Maze Runner. But no, this is the description for Blade Runner. Which, correct, it's not Maze Runner. It does have the word runner in it. I guess that's where the...
I've never seen Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is like the cyberpunk movie. It's like where the cyberpunk aesthetic comes from.
Oh!
It's Harrison Ford and
I don't
robots that
think
look like people.
they run even very much in that
I
one.
don't think so.
But I know they
Blades
run
do.
in Maze Runner because I've only seen clips of people running.
John was confused by the name.
John.
If you die in the game, you die in real life is a fun description for this one.
If you die in the game, you die in real life. Is that Player One thing?
No. I do think that's the slogan for... It might be the slogan for Ready Player One, but it's not the movie this is referring to.
Matrix?
It's an adventure? No. Also a great guess, but no. There's a sequel to this movie, and the description for that one is now a super immersive video game.
I feel like I should know this one. The sequel is now a super immersive video game?
That's the sequel, yeah. But the first one, their description of it is if you die in the game, you die in real life.
I definitely know it.
You do.
It's not Jumanji. Is it Jumanji?
It is Jumanji.
Oh, that's cute. That's clever. That works. Jumanji is, God, like the OG Jumanji or like the new one? Which one are y'all watching?
They're both on the list.
Okay.
The 2017 one is actually, unironically, pretty good. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like in the same like vibe as the first movie at all. They're two completely different movies, but they're both good movies.
This is like comparing a home cooked meal to your favorite candy.
A little bit. Yeah.
They're not even
the same
get close
thing,
to each other in terms of...
But they're both good versions of the thing that they are, I think. And the first one kind of makes cute little references, or the second one makes cute little references to the first one without it being like, it's
respectful of it,
It was in the good era of like nostalgia tripping, like at the beginning before it went too overboard, I think.
The first Jumanji is incredible.
Wild fucking movie.
I watched it again as an adult, and it was like scary.
It still is. I remember it being freaky as a kid, and that did not change.
Yeah, the old Jumanji is... Man, I used to be so afraid. But the kind of afraid when you were a kid that was, like, also, like, mind-opening.
Yeah.
Where you're like, God, what if the world was, like, what if the stakes were this big? What would I do? Jumanji is such a great, like...
It was also, there was, like, it almost felt horror-ish, except that there was a way to fix it. There were
rules.
Yeah, there were rules, right?
Yeah, and they weren't impossible rules.
Right.
So that's, I think, what made it so, like, tangible.
Yeah, we'll try not to spoil these movies since they're on the list for people to watch.
There's no spoiling Jumanji. You could not even possibly, I could tell you everything that happens in Jumanji and it would not feel the way, it's impossible, but I'm not going to.
The experience of that movie almost has nothing to do with, like, knowing the plot.
Why I like horror with happy endings. Is there horror with happy endings? I also kind of like horror with happy endings.
Same, actually. I kind of get that. Half-Life, I feel like, was like one of those for me. Not because it had a happy ending, but because it would have like these breaks every now and then that let you like experience like, oh, this is why we're going through the horror, because there's like these good things that you're trying to get. Half-Life 2 specifically. Half-Life 1 did not have that energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of horror with a happy ending. The first Saw movie.
The first Saw movie? Does the happy ending happen in the first Saw movie, or does it happen in, like, Saw 8? Actually, I think horror... I'm trying to think of horror with happy endings. Like literally, like, as their own movie, and I can't think of a lot that exists later on. To me, that is the 80s genre of, like, what Stranger Things is making fun of.
Yeah, because it's like, why did we go through all of that if not...
It's like 80s supernatural stuff where it had the elements of a horror movie, like in a Steven Spielberg film or something, but it ends up being okay at the end.
Yeah,
it's kid horror. It's like tester horror that doesn't end like depressingly to ruin your fucking life.
I'm trying to remember what horror movies I like. So Mom was a horror book reader. The horroriest book I ever read was Flowers in the Attic.
Wild that you read that as a kid.
Loved that book. Mom was one of, you know what? She must have had this very clear line in her head about media that I was allowed and not allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely able to dip into things above or beyond my comprehension and maturity level. But it brought me there. The things that she, like, presented to me aged me to the point of being able to now handle that kind of thing.
In a way, that's just parenting. Assuming it doesn't just, like, traumatize your child, right?
Well, I wouldn't say there wasn't trauma. It was just,
it's safe trauma, right?
It's
it didn't
the
happen
kind
to
that you heal from.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
There's some merit to that.
It's the idea that you actually are supposed to, like, trip and bruise and bump yourself and, like, recover, but not like, I never watched anything that I shouldn't have watched too young, I think.
I definitely feel like it's, like, I think the understanding of
I'm not traumatized by that.
Is a problem for people to watch as a kid is a little bit misunderstood.
Yeah.
I think things that, like, reprogram your brain and change the way that you, like... Well, it all reprograms your brain, right?
Wait, hang on. I just need to defend. I didn't read Flowers in the Attic as a kid. I wasn't allowed to read Flowers in the Attic, I think, until I was 16. So it wasn't like a child.
That's different than, like,
I was
8.
in high school. I was not reading Flowers in the Attic at 8. The main character is... I think I wasn't allowed to read that book until I was the age of the main character. And it was because it's when Mom read it also. And it's one of her favorite books. It's one of my favorite books. It's just the right amount of traumatizing. But there was like an age where she was like, you can finally read this now. And then she gave me the book and I read the book and I was like, fucking Christ.
I'm still pissed at my mom showing me Gremlins when I was 8. Gremlins was freaky. I also
Gremlins was scary.
Watched Gremlins too young, I think. Also, Mars Attacks freaked me out when I was a kid. There were a few that, like, came on TV or something that I was not ready for.
I had like night terrors without anything having happened to me. Maybe. We'll never know.
Right.
But
Probably not, but who fucking knows?
I used to be afraid of sleeping, like, really, really bad, so everything spooked me all the time. Like, once Thomas put on Aliens, I did not watch it. I was very young. Thomas put on Aliens for a sleepover that he had. And then I started crying all night because I was worried about the things from the movie happening to me. And then Thomas came into my room and he's like, what are you upset about? And I was like, I'm upset at the movie. And he's like, you haven't seen the movie. And I'm like, but I can think about what might have been in the movie and how scary it would be. And he's like, it wasn't even scary. And then I fell asleep.
That probably helps, actually. I do think it helps with when other people are responding differently to the movie, because it helps with like.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of like training. There's it's such a hard thing to do. My parents tried to do it, and I don't think that they nailed it, but I also completely respect how difficult it is to try and get that right.
Yeah.
'Cause I think there are things you can see too early. But then I also think it's like...
I think you have to have a real clear idea of what...
I think there's a way to present it, and I think some of it is somehow necessary. Like, I almost want to, at some point, be able to present some amount of, like, horror movie to a kid and be like, this is a movie. This is how they made it. Like, this is fake. This is, like, you don't have to, like, this isn't really scary. The different trick, if you've told me even things, like, where your dad was like, hey, you know, if you watch but don't listen, it's actually less scary because the sound is worse than like the visuals.
Yes.
Like that.
He was
that
dead,
kind of stuff.
He was so dead serious about that.
In some way, it actually trains you in a good way. And you, like, at some point were like, when we first met, you didn't like horror movies didn't bother you at all because you knew how the process was made. You did horror makeup on your own.
I was so interested. Yeah, horror movies was like watching a play.
There's a little bit of desensitization, I guess, that is, I think, worthwhile. Mm-hmm. What you don't want to do is desensitize them to actual emotions.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Also, I think delaying it too long. I think movies are good tools for giving people life experiences in a safe way, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It can be overdone, but
it gives you lots to think about. I mean, that's kind of the point. If you're I think before you have kids, you have to have like a line in your head about where things sort of land, and then you have to know the kid.
Right.
Like, and then the kid has to happen, and now you have to like reassess like, where is my kid at on this spectrum of maturity and being able to handle these concepts.
Stuff is spooky sometimes that you don't even think about as an adult. Like the things that
I was in kindergarten or maybe first grade when Thomas really wanted to watch The Matrix.
The Matrix, I stayed up all fucking night after I watched The Matrix. It wasn't even scary, but like it was
freaky. I think that was the one time that even I could tell where my parents were like,
it had been too much.
This might not have been a family movie night.
I think what you have to do if you do that is you have to help with the processing. Like that's the point. Like if it's a bunch of new information, I think the important thing is just like, okay, well now that you've fake experienced this thing, let's process it together and like tell me how you're feeling about it. Let's like
we did always
talk
do
it
that.
Out kind of thing.
We did always talk about.
We did not do that. I had to do that on my own.
We always talked about movies after watching them. I wasn't allowed to see Lord of the Rings because they thought Gollum was going to be too scary for me, and they are dead ass right. I was not when it came out. Man, we had some good.
Lord of the Rings was one that my parents
we actually
didn't let me
millennials
see.
Actually had like the childhood that people talk about like our parents having had. Like we had like a great childhood.
That's true. We did.
Like Lord of the Rings came out
the middle class
theaters.
White ones at least. I don't know if everybody else did, but
yeah, it's always the middle class white ones. No one's talking about the poorest, saddest people. That they've never had a good time in any generation ever. It's always sucked. Still sucks. But yeah, like we came out. Lord of the Rings came out in theaters in our childhood.
Yeah,
like some of the best. Some of the best movie experiences happened.
Absolutely.
As children for us, like. Avatar's also a really big one. I mean, like...
We got Star Wars prequels. We got all the Marvel movies eventually. Like, we got our whole lifetime. We were definitely, like, around for that peak of theater.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, though? I will say one thing slipped under the radar, which is my mom would... I say my mom because my dad... actually, like, for a lot of my memories, is so inactive in, like, what was going on that I don't... recall his opinion or input in a lot of it.
Yeah.
Some of it. But
there's so many interesting comments here.
At my grandparents' house in Rhode Island, they had a basement that was like a fully furnished, like you could just live in the basement. There's like a kitchen and a whatever. Anyway, so Thomas and I would be left down there, and at some point MTV from the mid 2000s would like roll over into nighttime. And that's when I watched Britney Spears' Toxic music video, probably in like first grade.
Uh-huh.
And I had no idea what was going on, but I knew it was not allowed. Like one of those, like, I'm not processing, but I knew that if my mom came downstairs, it would be like, why is this on? But I didn't even know why it was bad. I just knew it was bad. I could tell it was bad, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And that was one of, like, it's like, that happens so few that I have literal memories of when something went under the radar for, like, movies that
makes sense. That was kind of the default for me, and mostly because of the Christianity, I think, really.
That makes sense.
Well, my parents both came from, like, a sect of the religion where you weren't even supposed to have a television. That was not our rule, but, like, you know, you don't completely eliminate that over the course of a couple years, so.
Did you have comments you wanted to read?
I did, there were a few.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's crazy.
There were
I love that you guys are all talking to each other, though. That's cool.
Yes, thank you. I've really, these are all the things that people found scary. But there was, what was the comment I wanted? I'm forgetting. This is too far back. The Borg from Star Trek. That makes sense, actually. That would have freaked me out.
The Borg?
They were a robot race that would, like, assimilate people. They're the ones that, like, they're like Cybermen, but American.
Okay.
Doctor Who freaked people out a lot. Like, that's a common story I know for...
Yeah, the Borgs are freaky looking.
Yeah, right? At some point, they get Picard, and it's, like, a whole thing.
I really liked horror movies because I was definitely watching them from, like, a production standpoint when I was watching them, and I was so... It was very, like... It felt... I mentioned it feeling like a play, and it does. It feels like a theater play because it's... The acting is usually silly and over the top and dramatic. And then the effects are always really interesting. And then sometimes I can, like, see how they decided to, like, cut corners or do something.
Yeah.
And it's always really interesting. I don't really like them anymore because now everything's just, like, CG.
Yeah, right.
CGI. And it's just not...
There was kind of a...
It's, like, not fun.
Loving art form to horror movies. And I think still is. I mean, I think cheap... Horror movies have always been the source of, like... They've always been cheap and easy. People have... I'm not sure that that's new, necessarily. I think we just don't remember the shitty ones from before. Actually, Freddie Wong started off doing direct-to-DVD horror movies. That was, like, his early job.
I'm trying to think.
Grace asked, do you guys also have an age rating for movies? Because I don't think Grace is American. And yes, we do. It's essentially useless. It is the stupidest rating system ever. It is based on, like, I think a group of old Christian men deciding what is and isn't acceptable. And so there's all these dumbass rules, and violence is, like, can fly through while anything remotely sexual cannot. So, like, it's pretty unbalanced, honestly. Like, there's some fucked up PG movies that I watch, because also when they get applied, they never update. So, like, in the 80s, you'd get Gremlins, I think, is a PG rated movie or something. and it's freaky as hell. And then later on it's like, I don't know, then you end up with movies that are like, what is Juno rated like R or something, just because of, like, the words and the topic? I don't know. I'm just thinking about things that I don't know why that's the one that came to mind, but, like, things that would not freak you out in any way.
Yeah, here, let me look
are
up.
Rated only for adults.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, Jaws is PG.
Jaws is freaky.
The movie that scared an entire nation of people from the ocean. Is rated for children.
The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl is R.
Spaceballs is PG. Oh my god.
Spaceballs is PG. I mean, what else would Spaceballs be? It's just a bunch of crude jokes. I think
based on even its own, like, the standards of that rating system, it is definitely at least a PG-13 movie.
Wedding Crashers is R. Like, things you've seen, Kick-Ass is R. Django Unchained is R.
Kick-Ass kind of makes sense. Kick-Ass is a little rough.
Hot Fuzz is R.
Kick-Ass is rough, actually, I'd say.
Magic Mike is R. Superbad is R. Like, movies you've definitely seen.
I mean, those make sense. Hot Fuzz, actually, Hot Fuzz was my, like, people put it on as a sleepover movie.
Heathers.
And it freaked me out because of the cult shit, I think. As an adult, I love it, but Hot Fuzz was, like, felt like a movie I shouldn't be watching yet, because I was at a sleepover with a bunch of other elementary schoolers.
50 Shades of Grey is R.
PG-13 also didn't exist when Jaws came out. That's right.
There's the most fascinating documentary on the rating system of movies in America. It's actually extremely
anything with smoking now becomes PG-13. So every movie from before 1992 would at least be PG-13 now.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm trying to think of, like, the things that traumatized me.
Ursa says the specific Doctor Who that gave me trauma was the one where Rose saves her dad from dying on his wedding day and interdimensional time monsters disappear people, including kids from Playground. That was a freaky episode. I remember that one. I forgot that one existed, though. That one just kind of, like, disappears from my mind most of the time. That's not like a... I don't know why.
It's not a sticky episode.
Yeah.
Unless it is for you. Interesting that Jaws got mentioned so many times. I think I've seen Jaws.
Well, Cass earlier was saying...
She said The Princess Bride scared her.
But she also said, my grandpa watched movies regardless of who was in the room. He was watching one of the Jaws sequels, and young me saw a guy got bit by a shark and dragged underwater. I did this entire mental process where I convinced myself how he survived despite all the blood and being dragged underwater, and then years later watched the movie, and the motherfucker survived. I lied to myself for years for nothing. I could have just finished the movie.
So when movies would get too scary for me, he told me to cover my ears and not my eyes. Because covering your eyes and not your ears means you're hearing everything, and you're probably imagining something worse than what's actually happening on screen.
That was good advice.
And it was right 99% of the time. And then 1%, the thing that was scary was a visual thing. And then it was like in Insidious, when the guy appears behind him, like when you just see like
genuinely,
the face
if you're just
behind
watching
him.
it, you can't hear anything though. It's like just not scary because I don't know, something about your brain. The sound brings you in, I think, and if you're not hearing the sound, it's very obvious that you're looking at a TV screen. It just kind of changes the vibe of the whole thing.
Yeah. As Maddie survived. I mean, I also, now that I think about it, I traumatized myself with... so movies actually not that much. Books, yeah.
Books can be rough, too.
I mean, I read Pillars of the Earth in high school also. I don't know why I did that. The Poisonwood Bible, like, the stuff I read was... It's not even scary, it's just traumatizing. Like, it wasn't scary things I was reading. It's just...
right. No, it's a different... Books usually are more, like, cerebral kind of trauma. It's not like...
Because
it's
you
not like I got
experience
spooked. It's like, oh, I was there and yeah.
You kind of, like, I have visual memories.
I don't even have to think back that far for books that fucked me up. Cass recommended one that I read that I ruined my life for a year.
Seeing and only hearing is less scary. 100%. Like, visuals without
agree.
Sound design is so important when it comes to horror stuff because he was just right. He's just correct. Like, very, very few times will something be so visually scary. With
movies, especially. Like, I don't know if that's true to, like, real life dramatic experiences, but, like, in movies, it's
yeah, I mean,
it's just easy. I don't know. Yeah, the sound design does a lot of work in movies, and if you don't have the sound going, you're not as embedded in the film, and it feels much more like you're sitting in a room watching a screen, and it just doesn't, like, trigger the same... I don't know, it's like, your brain is just interpreting it differently, so, like, it looks more like corn syrup and less like blood because you're not getting the sounds of somebody being stabbed at the same time or something, you know? It's just a different experience.
Smalls asked if this is an aphantasia, and I'm trying to remember what that is.
Aphantasia, right?
Oh.
Isn't that the thing where your senses get mixed up? I don't know what it's like if that's...
No, because it's not any memory recalling. Isn't that what aphantasia is? It's like you have to, like, present it in your mind.
Is that what that is? Is that what it is?
It's the Apple test.
Right, the one with about how well you can picture things.
So no, I don't think so. I think this is, like, universal truth. I mean, like, obviously something could be more visually scary,
I was thinking
but
of
like
synesthesia, you're right. The book Cass recommended was Last One at the Party, which was a good book. And Allison really liked it, and I really wish I
like it.
hadn't read it. It was a good book, but I don't think it ended up later being being not worth it for me to have read. It's because I have very specific fears of exactly that scenario. And it just made it all very visceral and real, and I just couldn't shake it off after the book was over.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I didn't think it was a poorly written book. So the book is, there's a mass disease that kills everybody on Earth except for one person. And so you're following that person going through just modern day society. And the way the book was written, it was written slightly in the future, so that the point where I was reading it, it was like a couple months off from when I was reading the book. Mm-hmm. So, and it just, I don't know, it just stuck in my mind. Just all the descriptions of her, like, walking through and, like, all the empty buildings and the dead bodies everywhere and stuff. For some reason, it was just described well enough that even just going through, like, our town and stuff, I would just, like, picture that like being the way, like, what would this all look like in that scenario? And it was really hard to shake off for some reason.
It's kind of interesting. I'm thinking about why I don't read so often when books have, like, actively changed my life multiple times. And I think that's actually the answer. Same reason I don't listen to music all the time is, like, there's an intimidation to the idea that any singular book I could pick up might, like,
do something to
reassess my entire world a little bit. It's like the feelings are too strong sometimes.
You don't always have time for that. Like, sometimes that's not what you need that week.
And it's the same thing with music too. I can't just, like, casually put on music.
That's really interesting.
It is absolutely mind consuming to have music on, so I just don't.
You know what's interesting?
Have it on very often.
I agree, but my brain is so off track at all times that having music actually, I think, lines me back up to normal. So I've started like having my little earbud in way more often and stuff, because if I pick the right song, like, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. It's kind of like how it looks like it must work in, like, Baby Driver, like how he has to have the right song on at the right time to be able to do the...
See, that almost feels like grounding.
It is, kind
of. Mine's the opposite.
Right.
I simply will not be here if
that's why it makes me
playing.
wonder if you're here and then the music sends you, like, way over this way, and I'm over here, so it does the same thing, but then I land in the middle, if that makes sense.
Oh, because you're... Okay, yeah, I could see that. Read the book you recommended, you coward. 5th season is great. Didn't you say it was, like, a whole series, though? You're basically never gonna, like... I am most reluctant to read anything that continues.
that continues.
Like, that has a second book that keeps going.
Or even worse if it doesn't. Allison cannot do things that don't have an end already pre-established, because...
I will never read anything unfinished.
Yeah.
Or I barely watch unfinished things. Like, every time I've ever read or watched or engaged in media that's unfinished, I have regretted it every single time. I will not be doing that.
Yeah.
Just read the first book. Okay, I might do that. I have to... Okay, so I will do music when I'm driving. That's basically, like, the only time... I don't know, but I can also drive for hours without ever putting on music either. So,
That's true.
Music is the opposite of focusing for me. I'm kind of...
I think
more people seem to be aligned in your boat.
I think it must be a sensory overload thing. I think it's probably more on the autism thing than an ADHD thing.
Yeah, that might be true.
If I had to guess.
No, I bet mine's more ADHD and yours is more autism.
That's usually that's usually how it is, and then 2, it's like, I think it's like like, if it helps you with driving, that might be it. It's because you have a bunch of stuff that you're focusing on, and, like, that helps you sort of, like, stay on beat or something.
Well,
like, I think that's what it does.
Nothing is happening if music is playing.
Right.
I'm like totally lost in the music if music is playing. So.
Oh my God, Cass found the scene from the shark thing she was talking about.
I'm not sure. Absolutely no offense. I'm not sure anybody cares as much as you do, because probably most people probably finished the movie. Or didn't watch it at all. Like, this scene is not relatable to me because I haven't seen the movie, so it's not. Now I know he gets bit, dragged underwater, and survives. That's kind of the whole, that's the whole thing. I know everything. You told me.
How long have we been going? Are we close to an hour?
I don't know.
I think we're probably coming up on the end. Do you remember what else you were wanting to rant about?
Yep.
Any interest?
You want me to do it at the end?
I don't know. How long is it? Is it a big rant? Let me see how far we've actually gone. Can't see the time on this. They changed the whole YouTube interface. It doesn't have like the big, this is how long you've been going thing anymore, which is stupid. But I think we started like around 9:45. So we got 9:50. We got
you guys do not
10
have time
minutes.
for this rant.
No. Is that a tomorrow thing? Let's do some more movie titles. Let's see. How about... Interesting choice. These brothers are not very smart.
Of Mice and Men.
I love how these could be so many movies, because great guess, but no. Think way less critically acclaimed. Significantly. On the other end of the spectrum of Mice and Men in terms of sophistication. It's a comedy.
Oh. About brothers. Isn't that every... like a modern comedy?
Yeah, pretty modern.
Do I watch comedies?
We really don't.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber is good.
You might have seen
the Da Vinci Twins, the movie.
Damn, not far off.
Already signed up.
Man, that would have been made so like that would have happened though like
yeah.
2 decades ago.
Is it Dumb and Dumber?
It's not Dumb and Dumber.
Is it
a little bit, maybe a little bit more sophisticated than Dumb and Dumber. I'm not sure, but maybe just a touch.
Is it
Dumb and Dumber's pretty
Will Ferrell one?
Pretty rough.
Step Brothers.
Yep.
Why is that on the list? Who wants to
have no
watch
idea.
that? Who put that there? Y'all stole the voice right out of me. Actually, I've heard Step Brothers is like a decent movie. I'm not gonna watch it, but
I like how some of these you just really obviously didn't look anything up and just guessed.
Kaylin got it. Jack's Films exposed the Da Vinci Twins for what?
Yeah, what? Jack's Films? Wait, what does that mean?
What did he expose them for doing?
Well, if it's Jack's Films, that's got to be a joke, right? Like, that can't even be...
No, Jack's Film... I think he does, like... he's exposed a few people...
Has he really?
Stealing content. Yeah, I'm actually... Like, that's just not controversial anymore. If you've spent any... Like, if you are on TikTok, you stole somebody's content, you just haven't been caught doing it. Like, it's... there is no, like... That's just not controversial.
I believe you. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I have no doubt that they're stealing content. That is the way that it's literally designed to do. The whole point is to actually take someone's content and then re-upload it with you. That's called a trend. And literally every single, like, you're literally supposed to just take the sound and format someone else did and do it yourself. You're either just liked by people enough to do that and they don't care, or you're not liked by people enough to do that and they do care, but everybody's doing the exact same thing. There's not a single creator on TikTok who hasn't stolen somebody else's thing, unless maybe they're like a call out creator, and then that's stupid and they should stop.
How about more than one samurai, less than 10?
2 samurais?
Is that a movie title you've heard?
No. 5 samurais?
3 ninjas. It's 7 samurai is the name of the movie.
Oh, so I was gonna get there.
You were gonna get there eventually, yeah. God. These are great, honestly. Giant that's iron, probably. Come on, guys. Also, definitely want to be involved in some of these.
I can't see any of the Twitch comments.
Oh, no? Here.
They run too quickly. Small said something. Yeah, Small. Okay, yeah. Small says, finally, a take from Allison I just objectively disagree with. I think it's about the stealing content thing. And,
yeah, that's fair.
I'm actually just right, though. Like, people, like, you just haven't seen the person
learn?
You're stealing content. Like, who do you like on TikTok that isn't stealing content? If it's people who are making entirely original content, then, like, it's not a comedian. The Da Vinci Twins are comedians that take other comedians' jokes from other comedians. This actually already happened for non-TikTok people. This is the comedian problem that existed before that, which is that they're, like, this was, like, the assessment of, like, when it becomes taking jokes. And it's like, if you take the joke and you twist it a little bit to apply to your situation, is it stealing or is it reformatting the joke to match your performance version of it? Which is, like, arguably what the Da Vinci Twins do sometimes. They're not high quality content creators.
I actually think they are right, they're not. I think they are just straight up taking people's jokes, but literally that is the game on TikTok. It's mostly just like I
don't remember the last time I saw a comedian content creator that wasn't like that kind of version where it's like the video is like pun joke style, not like stand-up comedian. But that
has just always been what TikTok is. They use existing music, they use existing humor. People aren't being that creative almost basically ever. Like, I don't know, it's just not like it's not like an artistic platform where artists go to do their own thing.
I'm really curious about this video. I want to watch it, the Jax Films one. And apparently the other one is harassment.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm not defending them as people. I'm just saying I don't care that they just take other people's content because that is what people do on TikTok. They're not doing anything uniquely bad that every other person on TikTok isn't doing. Is my only point, I guess, with that.
Someone said I'm missing it, but someone said I'm of the opinion that original content can't be taken or stolen or something. I don't actually want to misquote you. What'd you say? I'm of the opinion that intellectual property is not real. I am not of that opinion, but I am that opinion on TikTok. I'm 100% that opinion on TikTok.
I do think there's sort of a social agreement on TikTok that rule is not honored. Like
it's literally the point. Every TikTok trend is a stolen content. Like it just
is. Yeah.
If it's trending, it's because it was someone took it from somebody else and took it from somebody else until it multiplied enough that it came on your For You page and then you redid it. It is like it. That's just not the platform to accuse people of stealing content on, because everyone is like everyone would literally fall off on TikTok. There is no one who didn't steal some version. People aren't asking permission. They're not like, oh, I saw this trend. Let me go see who originally did it and ask if I can do it. They're just repeating it. They're using the same song, the same dance, the same joke format over and over and over again. That's literally how you have to be on TikTok. That's why we're not on it.
It's morally bad to physically attack someone, but if you enter the fight pit, it's gonna happen. That's what it's there for. That's why they're there. Like, should the whole fight pit exist? Probably not. We should probably erase the fight pit and not let
I'm really
children access it.
I'm curious to see the video that Jax Films did. But
yeah, me too.
But it's not. I'm curious because I really liked that stuff back when it mattered and people cared. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm jaded because the line has moved so many different times. Like, I was there when the first H3 lawsuit happened against, I don't know, that absolute
I forget who it was.
Loser of a dickwad who was actually stealing people's content. And then I was there when the videos about, like, critically assessing reaction videos came out, and like how unbelievably serious it was that reaction videos were such low quality, low tier garbage content that didn't have a place on the platform because it was people who were literally just like reacting to content that already existed. You were using someone else's content and then you were just giving your reaction to it. And there was a time when that was like scandalously stupid. Like, just that was, who did that kind of thing? What a garbage thing to do. Make your own fucking content. And then I was there when clickbait was such a morally objectable thing that, like, people, you could get canceled for clickbait. It was such a bad, garbage, unethical thing to have done. And then I was there when you couldn't have advertisements in your videos because now you're a sellout. Like, the line shifts so dramatically that now some of the most, literally, streamers are just reaction content creators. That's like 90% of streamers, and it works. Like, is that not Markiplier's whole thing? He does video games. Like, it's like the reaction to content that's already been made, and now he's like in his own thing. But that's what got him big. That's what got PewDiePie big. But before the time that we're currently in, there were all these little tiny steps of this is totally unacceptable behavior and people can't be doing it. And then everyone just started doing it, and then everyone's line just like shifted. Now it's like, okay, I guess we don't mind reaction. I guess we don't mind advertisements literally in the middle of a sentence. I guess we don't mind clickbait. And now it's become the norm that if you're not doing this, you're not going to make it in the system. And so now we're at the point where it's like, you can't steal content. I don't believe you. I don't believe that people care. Like, I'm just, like, you cannot convince me that there are these moral, ethical lines in this realm of things anymore that, like, the people care about, because you don't, and this, in 6 months, I mean, I actually think most people are already here, but by the end of 6 months, at some point, it's gonna be like, you're not gonna be mad at people for stealing content. It's literally how TikTok works. It is what a trend is on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that.
That's what. Right, the trend, doing the trend.
I can't be bothered to care for that kind of thing. I care about things that I care about, but when it's like group think on like this thing bad, I believed you that time and that time and that time and that time, and this time I'm like, I don't really.
It really sounds more like you're just jaded that it's like, well, we're clearly not going to do anything about this, so why make a big deal out of it? Like, we're not only not going to do anything about it, we're going to adapt it as the norm. So why are we acting like we're going to be morally outraged over this thing all of a sudden? Which I get.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I have more, like, I think it's nuanced.
Give me your phone.
I'm not a fan
That's where I'm at. Give me your phone. Let me watch your For You page. Let me see what you liked before it's like, oh, they're morally objectionable. I can't watch their content on TikTok because they took that joke from somebody else. It's like,
I'm not defending stealing
right now
content either. Like, I don't
No,
think
I'm
it's
still
good.
against mid-roll ads, and I'm still against clickbait articles, and I'm still against reaction, and it doesn't matter.
None of those things started being good. It's just for some reason everybody decided to stop making a stink over it, and you make sense. I mean, like,
y'all got me all riled up when these were happening.
Right. For me, I just stopped caring eventually. You get frustrated because that's like where your brain goes, but like, it's reasonable. It's like, yeah, you got on board. It was like, I came to your party, you convinced me, and now you all just left.
People just have the shortest. Trisha Paytas is still making content. Not only is she still making content, she is touring. Like, on Broadway, on like mini Broadway plays or something.
I think you're making a damn good point.
You cannot get me riled up again because I don't believe you. Like, I feel dumb. It happened too many times where we were like, oh, we need to, like, and then the line happens again. It's like, oh man, the Da Vinci twins are fucking canceled. And it's like, okay, Hassan like electrocuted his dog.
Oh yeah, we stopped talking about that already.
And then everyone is like, oh well, he's doing good.
Right.
I don't know. Like, you can't. There are the things I have that are like objectionable to me that I care about because I cannot be on board anymore with like the general like.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm not joining your thing until I know that like you were consistently. Like, think about that in terms of, like, actually fighting and, like, building community with people where, like, every single time they told you this matters, this matters, this matters, this matters, and then that just stopped mattering, but it didn't to you.
Right.
You were still there. You're like, oh, okay. And then at some point you're talking to this person about how shit mid-roll ads are because, like, that's not what YouTube is for. It doesn't make sense. Like, how garbage is it that in the middle of a sentence your favorite creator, like, interrupted themselves with a NordVPN ad and everyone's mad, and then you're like, you're all talking about how much that matters, and then like a year later you talk to that person, they bring up their favorite content creator, and you're like, don't they only do ads for Walmart or Verizon? And it's like, yeah, but everybody does that. Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face because I can't.
Normal, so now it's fine.
So you can't, it's really hard. And this actually isn't about our chat. I actually think our chat, like, people who are here are really good about, like, they're, like, I think they're really good about consistency and care. I think that's why they're fans of you. Yeah. Because you have been, you have your own problems, but they're not the problems that I think are, like...
My values have been consistent. My output has not been consistent. Maybe it's the values that matter.
And that's why I feel like I'm on the same page with a lot of people here, but, like, I'm not gonna jump on the next cancel-y thing. Like, I have to entirely assess.
I've been here. She's on board. She's been on board every single time, and then everybody else can't see it all the way through, though, as much as she can, and so I get it. I think that's fine, and that has nothing to do with like the like your judgment on the thing being done. It doesn't make you. It's not like you're pro stealing people's jokes and profiting off of them in your own content. It's just. You've been ready to fight every injustice that has happened so far, and everybody else abandons the cause before you're ready, so, like, you're not going to keep putting the emotional energy into, like, caring about that thing. Especially when it is already being established as the norm. Like, I can't...
Yeah.
I'm
also really curious.
That's where it comes back to me.
Yeah.
TikTok is for stealing jokes. That's what it's for. People use it for that. It's already normal. Acting like you're outraged about it is going to disappear, and I'm surprised it's still even being mentioned. It's just
stealing jokes is just really interesting because I remember this happening. The last big stealing jokes controversy that I feel like made like, obviously the Da Vinci twins are not going to make like news, but it was Amy Schumer stealing jokes from older comedians.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously anything Amy Schumer did at the time was under the most critical of lens because she was a fat, supposedly unattractive woman in a male-dominated field, and so she simply could not breathe without it being like, did Amy Schumer do this wrong?
National backlash. Just like,
literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Amy Schumer will walk on stage, and it's like, did Amy Schumer walk on stage like a fat piece of shit? And that was every waking moment of my life for 2014, 2015, 2016 was... me being like, wow, she's kind of funny. You don't see women make jokes like this ever. And then someone be like, did you ever think about when a woman says this, how stupid and dumb it is? And that was... And so then, of course, she makes a joke that another comedian has made. And now it's like, Amy Schumer is a joke-stealing loser piece of shit, and she's ugly, and I can't fuck her, and so why are we even talking about her? And that was years. And that was the last, like, joke-stealing thing. And then it came out that, like, so many people have used that joke. And then... And so, it's hilarious because Amy Schumer sucks. Now, obviously, that could have been, like, guessed. That could have been, like, a shot in the dark. Oh, no, an up-and-coming celebrity from absolutely nowhere sucks ass. I wonder where she came from. But, like, I don't know. I just can't, like, it's really hard for me to get... I was all in on cancel culture. I was like, sign me up, burn it down. I'm so sick of these systems, and I don't trust anybody within it, and they need to be held accountable. And the fact that there is, like, mobs, like, literally mob mentality of, like, you can't do this, we will take you off the stage because you don't belong there. I'm like, good, finally, systems in which we hold people accountable. And then I'll be like, remember when Chappell Roan? And people are like, whoa, we still like her. Okay. I don't know how to hang. I don't know how to hang anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, the world has just let you down too many times.
Yeah. Also, this stopped updating, so we only have that.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah. I was like, is everyone on Twitch? But no, it's been updating the whole time.
Let me just restart this.
Anyway.
I haven't had a good rant episode in a while. That one felt good. I could feel the release from that one from here.
Sorry.
Also, hi, Burntel. Good morning.
Good morning. This just... I
think everybody was probably very happy to hear that.
How can everybody not be feeling this? Especially in the current political climate. You guys, we all expected there to be, like waves of people who wanted to do something bad enough that they would do something. And then that never happened. And then we watched the other side do it and had to sit around like a bunch of fucking losers being like, wow, that's kind of crazy that they all got together and decided to storm the Capitol. And we're like, maybe we should do one of the largest, biggest protests in the entire world. And then we literally got in the streets and we're like, hey, what a good time we're having. Like, fuck off. And then people want to be like, we should cancel these people. I literally don't talk to me unless you're dead ass serious. Like, I'm a finger on the trigger person. Like, I'm not like, let's hold a bunch of guns and talk about how cool they are and like the theoretical idea of shooting them one day. How cool would that be?
You're ready to go. I agree.
So you can't. So like, be ready. If I go watch this video on the Da Vinci twins and they suck ass, and you guys wanted to hold them accountable, I mean, not you guys, but like you guys, people, then you're gonna hand me your phone, and I'm gonna make sure you are consistent, because I'm not doing the inconsistent game. I'm not like, we're not canceling Lizzo, and then you're secretly watching Trisha Paytas videos. We are burning the system down, or we're not. I'm so upset about this concept. We are either on the same side or we're not. Anyway.
I think this episode will be called Viva la Revolution.
I think the people in our Discord are some of the most consistent people I've ever found.
Actually,
which is why
yeah.
I can even talk to them about this stuff. Because outside of it, it's impossible. Because I will literally bring up things and people will be like, who? And that's a mood. That's such a fucking mood. Thank God. I've brought up Trish Paytas countless times for people to be like,
right.
Never even heard of him.
Probably several people in the chat still don't know who we're talking about, outside of us talking about her.
Yeah. I don't even like the Da Vinci twins that much.
Yeah.
These are not important people to me. It's yeah.
This is helping. Do you need anything else?
I feel better.
Do you like punch something?
I could keep going. But I feel like I've made the point.
I mean, it's entirely up to you. They're into it. We're a little over an hour. It's up to you.
Yeah. As someone who has been wrong, being consistent is not always a good thing. I mean, yeah, don't be consistently wrong.
Do you want to hit me with a pillow?
No.
Would that help?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I didn't do anything.
for a bonus and also just to get it out.
Just because we raised all the money?
Yeah. Helps sometimes. It doesn't actually hurt. I'm playing it up for the...
I mean, it's funny to see you get hit with pillows, but it's not like the joy was me hitting you with them.
There's no catharsis of like doing the throw.
Not you.
Why don't you hit
You're
the
one
pillow?
of the most morally consistent people I've ever met in my life. Like, obviously. That's why we can be married. Imagine if you weren't morally consistent.
I just meant to get the energy out.
I got it
Not
out.
to like take it out on me.
It happened.
Yeah?
I breathed that energy out.
Good.
Anyway.
I think this is, your rage is completely valid here. Like, this has been building for years. It's not getting any better. So, like,
yeah.
I completely agree. The way that I have to, you and I have very different, like, ways of dealing with this specific pain. Because I actually have the same exact feelings about everything you just said.
Really?
But the way that my brain does it is it just lets go. Like, this is always the way that it, like, I do this with people too, though. Not in a healthy way, not in like a good way. It just goes, well, since that's irrelevant, fuck it. I'm just not gonna work. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not acknowledging it. Hell, I might even just, participate. I don't know, like, it's just...
Well, it's a bit freeing, right? It's
a
like,
little bit.
Okay, so if we're not at war, then I don't have to, like,
existing.
be ready to be at war, right? We just get to, like, fuck around and do whatever we want, like...
Well, kind of. I guess that's what it is. It's like, okay, well, I don't care about you then. Like, other people. That's what it is. It's like, if you're not doing... That's what it actually is. That's the actual dictator supervillain part of me, is that when other people fail to do the things that Allison is describing, my brain just writes them off. Mm-hmm. And I have to try really hard to make myself continue to consider them as human beings that deserve sympathy and understanding, because what I actually want to do is just ignore them.
Yeah.
And just demote them down to unimportant
I like
creatures.
this comment from Earth that says, my husband says Allison is like those Japanese soldiers still fighting World War II in the jungle decades after the war ended. I feel that way too. I feel it, like, I have not forgotten anything. Like, in terms of, like, movements of accountability, I'm holding all of them in my brain. And I think I'm being misunderstood a little bit, because it was like, was Allison now Kyle? I'm on TikTok because we as a collective society said we didn't give a fuck about people stealing content. That was the TikTok controversy in the beginning, which was like, can you just actually take someone's entire dance move and their song and everything they worked for and just re-upload it on your account and then do it and then have millions of people like it? And the answer is yes. The answer was yes. We collectively went sure. And so now we're all on TikTok. I mean, I'm actually not on TikTok specifically. I'm on Instagram, but there's no literal difference, which is that like I'm not, this is why the Da Vinci twins brought it up. I follow the Da Vinci twins. Why? Because if I cared about stealing content, I wouldn't follow the Da Vinci twins, because we all collectively decided at some point that stealing content really isn't that serious, because all the lines up until whether or not you're stealing content matter were just like bulldozed over. Right. And it was like, okay, so we just don't really give a shit about that.
Right.
So
Allison actually, I mean, you are like the hero archetype. Like, I think most people recognize it because they don't give it.
I don't feel like that's
you.
what I said.
But I'm pointing out that is what you're describing. Like, you are ready to show up and do the fight. And when you crack the way like Superman does, which is like you care too much, and then like you're angry at the way that people didn't hold up your own ideals. Like, you have too much of the paladin code to be able to let go. And when people convince you that like this is against your code, you're like, okay, well then I'm going to crusade until they're all dead, because that's what you've told me to do.
That is kind of the problem. I feel like I have sleeper agent phrases that literally involve like, and then people will like promise to be part of like the sleeper agent army of like when we ride at dawn, and then like I show up, and then everyone's like, oh, did you grab a muffin this morning? Like, oh, we should, this is really fun, I feel like we're doing something really important. Then I'm like,
and you got war paint on.
That's how it feels every single time. Like, don't get me riled up. You're gonna ruin my life. And that just happened too many times. I was like, man, we need to do something about reaction content, because like literally was actually stealing people's content. Like, it was literally playing somebody's video, and then you're in the corner down here.
It's been happening forever.
And you're going like, or you're playing a horror game, and then you go, and then you fall out of your chair. Like, a gameplay makes a little bit more sense, but like...
Or people just straight up like classic version stealing like the Weeble used to have problems all the time with people just stealing his shit because it turned into an internet meme, and so companies would just for some reason be like, well, this must be free game, and they would just like take the badger animation and stick it in the commercial, and he was just like in constant fights trying to get people to stop using his shit to make money.
Very importantly, Backdoor says, we all collectively decided, quoting me, I'm not on TikTok. This platform is the closest I get to that. And again, this is why I fuck with y'all. This is why we're here. And it's because, well, I mean, you know, I guess I don't actually know everybody personally. Certainly Backdoor a little bit more. And so if you did not feel like a morally consistent person to me, I would not fuck with you, and you would know. Because we would not be friends, and I would not talk to you. Or I would very much not like you. And in my opinion, that's obvious from my perspective in the way that I communicate to people, but I'm not really communicating to most of the people in the Discord. I don't feel this, most as in like 99% of the people I communicate with in this community, because I think being a Door Monster supporting community member has morally consistent values, because you and I are clear, and you are one of the most morally consistent people I've ever met, which is obviously, imagine how this would work if that wasn't true.
I guess it must be because you put up with me, so.
Would throw a fit.
I was wondering if that was true, and I was like, Allison wouldn't be here if it wasn't true.
I've had to ask you to break your own morals for the sake of making money multiple times because you were unwilling to do it.
Yeah.
Because again, at some point when the line gets moved, I'm like, okay, start making ads. People actually just don't give a shit, and they never have, so...
Yeah, see, the problem there is that
NordVPN money.
I do still give a shit, even now, which is stupid. It's not lucrative, it's not a good survival tactic, but I somehow still care, and I shouldn't. I have to just do it anyway.
Yeah.
But it hurts. I want you to know, every single time I have a sponsor in a video, it hurts me a little bit.
I love your idea of taking community sponsors. That was my favorite idea you've ever had.
We can't keep doing it going forward because we actually have to pay people now. We have like a team that needs money, but... I'd still like to be able to use them in something. I'll start doing it on the second channel or something, because I really loved doing that too.
Yeah. I abandoned one of my favorite YouTubers and threw a shirt away over how they handled backlash from the trans community over Hogwarts Legacy. That's actually so healthy. You are literally... These are not your friends. Like, you were literally supposed to do that.
Yeah,
This is
true.
Sort of like government workers.
Right.
Your parasocial relationship to the people online should be entirely reliant on how they feel to you. You don't reform yourself to a content creator. You decide if that content creator is for you, and when they stop being for you, that's the right thing to do. You throw away their shirt and you unsubscribe and you don't bother with them anymore. Because it's supposed to be that way. Entertainers are there to entertain you, not demand your attention.
Yeah, honestly,
and I
don't know when that
became
became
leads into a different
thing.
Rant I have about celebrities and accountability and like the Chapel Roan, like, you don't get to tell me what to do, and it's like, strongly disagree, actually. strongly disagree. Where is the money coming from that you make? That's your that's your boss. Like there is like an unreasonable requirement from mobs, and like that's also true at the same time.
If people stopped giving them money when they did things, then it would actually settle in, but they just don't. That's the whole issue. This isn't like people don't keep up with this.
Mafex says I'm basically on the team like you need to make money, Kyle.
I need that. I won't do it
the
otherwise.
problem is that like you're in a competitive game of ethically ambiguous activity. And people want you to win because you're not ethically ambiguous.
Right.
So it's difficult because, we all want you to make money. And we've decided that it's kind of okay if you shift the rules around a little bit because we know, that it hurts you.
It's like a stupid line because if I did suddenly turn into the kind of person that was doing it for money, nobody would want me to make money anymore. So.
But you're never going to be that kind of person.
No,
you're
not.
very obviously not that person using the tactics of those people. And, like, I don't know. There's some depth to get into there, but also at the same time, what's the Chapel Roan thing? It's a bunch of little tiny things. I don't like Chapel Roan as specifically a celebrity, as the way she's handling.
She just also as a celebrity, as a PR. This is another thing too. Allison somehow like knows all of this, and at the same time is like, I could do PR for these horrible people so much better than they do. I could make it so that they don't reveal themselves to be the assholes that they are, and I have that issue, like, on top of every people being awful or, like, just being stupid, every time I watch it, I'm like, it didn't have to go this way. You didn't have to reveal that you're this kind of person. You could have kept it a secret and been fine.
Yeah.
Chapel Roan's one of those where it's just like, okay, you're just kind of an entitled upper-class asshole, and we didn't have to know that. But you couldn't help.
Right.
But make that obvious by getting on and sharing your opinions on your own fame.
I have what I have deemed pretty controversial takes about, like, celebrity accountability to people, not just like morally and ethically, but literally like show formats and stuff, like in terms of like concert going, canceling concerts, that kind of stuff. And Chapel Roan has this like very, you don't get to tell me what to do. I deserve more autonomy as like a artist.
Right.
And
specifically spiked during, wasn't she like smack talking Kamala Harris too? Wasn't that like during the election she was like, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris and you shouldn't either, or at least like enough that it was like affecting people. I think she actually
said she was voting for Kamala Harris, but she was asked multiple times to like, she wasn't asked, it was pretty slowing down. There should not be a demand from people to speak out against obvious fascism waves in politics. And you and I have talked about this extensively, this lesser of evils thing and how desperately important it is in the grand scheme of... I think we covered that most of like on this show quite a bit. But in general, her entire perspective on her accountability to other people has been, I don't have to have any. Like, I just don't have to have any accountability to the people who pay me. And I, like, on a deep, intrinsic, like, in my DNA, strongly disagree with the wealthy, privileged class of people telling the poor people who give them money by, like, saving up money to go to their concerts and pay for their music and are, like, the reason that they can have the platform that they have, being like, y'all want too much from me.
Right.
And it's like, then don't be in the career of catering to millions of people.
She would,
like, you
exactly.
are for that.
She would make videos regularly talking about how annoying it was to have like people come up and like interrupt her on the street and stuff. And it was like, but you want to be a rock star. Like, that's the thing you're doing. You don't get to show up and complain about being a celebrity. You don't get to have the anonymity of not being a celebrity and choose to be the biggest kind of celebrity that can possibly exist. Like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to be Stevie Nicks and also go to a bagel shop unbothered. That's the choice you made. It's not sympathetic to show up and complain about it here. Like, that's just not relatable to anybody.
There are sympathetic
Know your audience. Complain about that to other musicians. I'm sure it's annoying. I can't, like... The sympathy can exist.
There are sympathetic aspects. Like, I think you should be able to shoot paparazzi.
Sure.
Like, that makes sense to me. You're not accountable to paparazzi.
But
they're literally little flies.
Don't come into my house and be like, I've just had such a hard day in my life as a mega celebrity because paparazzi are following me around. Like, Yeah, I bet they are. That's part of the thing.
I'm not even on that side. It's literally like, I bet she does have hard days, and I bet she works hard.
She does.
I'm literally on the side of like, when your community says jump, you actually jump. Like, that's the role you picked in this dynamic of, I perform to mass millions because I want mass millions money and I want fame of it. I want these things. Then when they say do this, you actually do it. When they say speak out for us, the community you are making money on, then do it. Like, that is where you're held accountable. And if
Cass,
you're
not an audience, you're an employee.
Yeah, Cass actually, what did Cass say earlier? Cass said, Kyle actively threatens me regularly if I don't get content out to her fast enough, which is funny because no, Cass, you were 3 days late and I was bitching at Kyle every single day. I was like,
mad because I gave too much time.
I was like, Cass should have her thing done, and Kyle's like, I'm gonna give her more time, and I'm like, no, it should be done, and Kyle's like, I'm gonna give her another. So don't even. If you're gonna come at somebody, come at me.
I got in trouble.
Kyle did get in trouble. Kyle got in trouble. Anyway, I do feel this. I feel this way. This is.
I'm worried. Just to add another thing to my thing. I'm
Actually,
worried that
I
I'm
agree
coming
with
across,
the jump. I agree with the jump. Like, this is an accountability platform. Like, it's literally like, if there was a demand for like, there is a demand. That is the dynamic of like, there is a demand, and then like that demand has to be met within reason of the, like, what's the way that I want to put it? Within reason of, like, the topic almost, right? Like, if you're a performer and the thing is, like, and you cancel all your shows or whatever,
you don't get to complain about the backlash.
Yeah.
Well, like, you don't get to complain to your audience that they're upset that you didn't do the thing that you promised. This is what I'm trying to get to, which is like, I feel like I'm almost going like, things are bad, just accept it. That's not quite what I mean. It's more like, if you're signing on to be a rock star, and there are negatives that come with that, and you do absolutely nothing to set that up in a way that makes it easier for you or like eliminates those things, if you do nothing and just hope, fingers crossed, this is going to be everything I want it to be with none of the bad things, and then the bad things are still there, and then you're like, well, I didn't want those things, and then you go complain to the people that you're promising that to about, like, to me, that is just like, I don't know why that specifically bothers me so much. I don't know if it's exactly what you're talking about or if it overlaps, but like,
well, you come at things more from like the perspective of the performer.
I guess so, because like, yeah, that's the, if YouTube was like, if doing this was kicking my ass in a way that is completely expected from doing this, I would not come to a live stream complaining about all the ways that it's like not what I expected it to be.
I want to talk about the jump thing, right? Because everybody's saying jump, and like, in the scheme of the example, this is the jump. Like, getting up every morning and doing the stream is the jump. That is like the demand, because the promise is there. Every time you release a video is the jump. The point is like, the contract has been sealed. The idea is we subscribe, we follow for these reasons. These reasons need to be maintained, or else, and this should be the threat every single time, I won't be here. And that should happen en masse, because that's the point. The point is the consequences. And I'm very much of the opinion of like, when this stops vibing, like, don't be here.
We are still here. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Anyway,
I do know what you mean. Yeah, I think I agree with that too. Like, if I'm
actually gonna be so mad. I'm literally mad at people who are like, I have these problems, and it's like, oh,
I would be equally as annoyed. I mean, this is what you're actually talking about, is people like not holding people accountable properly for this. I would be annoyed with you if I didn't deliver on anything I said and you came back. Like, you
don't deliver on anything you say. You are the non-deliverable.
That's the delivery. I've made it very obvious who you're following. Okay, this is not. It's about the promise and the fulfillment of that promise.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, that was too dramatic of a call out. I think people follow you for intentions.
Yeah. And I follow through on the intent. The things I make are fucking good, because that's the thing I care about. Like, I wait until it's good enough to come out. always eventually get to the thing I say I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I don't do it on time. And that's part of the brand, and you're either here for that or you're not, and that's okay. Like, but I'm not going to change that. I can't. I'm getting other people to help me change that so that it's more marketable.
Important, and I think what people have always been able to see is you have always overpromised, but it's because you have always overperformed in different aspects.
Right.
Everyone knew that when you were running the channel with 7 people, that you did all of the filming, all of the writing, all of the editing, all of the production, and you just wanted your friends to be there.
Right.
And you would promise things that involved a team of 7 people.
Right.
You promised things that involved like this idea that everyone would collectively be invested in the same way.
Right.
And those things weren't always deliverable because you promised things bigger than you. You only ever delivered on what you yourself could individually promise, but some things are outside of your... And we had reason to believe that they were achievable, but it's hard. It's hard to get people to like all decide to care as much as you do.
Yeah.
And that was kind of part of the thing. But now, like, and that's hopefully one of the bigger shifts that we're doing now is we have a team of people who care as much as you do to make sure that these things work as well as they can and people get what they want and what they're expecting because, yeah, I mean, for most of Door Monster's entire career, it was you trying to do the work of 7 people.
It was just
failing
me with
regularly.
Right.
Which is part of the charm.
I was creating the illusion of having an entire team of people when really it was just me asking my friends to come over, and they did, and they showed up and they were in things, and eventually, like, I mean, we did get to the point of like other, like, Ricky and Ian were running the channel for a bit, and like not to disparage anybody that was on the channel before, because there was like input, but yeah, you're right, I was making up the team aspect because I liked it. Like, I liked the look, I liked the vibe, I liked the characters, I wanted people to be involved, but like I was doing pretty much all of it. You're right, I was doing like
pretty much. You were doing all of it. Occasionally, sometimes.
I was doing all of it until that one year when I wasn't doing all of it, but I was doing all of it the rest of the time.
Even when I joined, you had such a hard time transferring skills, and I think people underestimate how demanding each individual part of doing this kind of thing is. Because, like, it sounds hard, right? The idea that you're, like, writing, performing, and editing is, like, the 3 main things. But being on camera, like the person on the camera the entire time is actually 100% of work. Right? Like, in terms of like, the pie
like being
breakdown.
The actor, like, yeah.
Right, so, in, like, the pie breakdown is, like, oh, maybe while you're on set you could do, like, 20% of the acting and then 20% of this thing, but it's like some of those jobs are actually 100%.
No,
there is
100%
no
of
splitting.
all of the jobs.
Right, there's no splitting the work of editing. Not really. Like it.
There wasn't at the time, that's for sure. Like I did.
Right.
Yeah. The things I didn't do for most of the videos were play the parts that weren't me. And I'm very, very grateful for everybody who showed up and played those parts.
This isn't criticism on other people.
Yeah.
It's context for...
Right, it's just what happened. They
had no obligation.
They knew too. It's not like they were...
They had no obligation.
Right.
Like, no one had any obligation to do the things you were doing. You decided to do those things entirely on your own.
And I asked a bunch of people who weren't filmmakers or had no aspirations to be filmmakers to come be in my videos, and they did. It was great. Like, they were donating a piece of their time that they had other lives to work on. Like, it's...
Yeah.
And I was sort of selling this idea that there was this whole team, and we slowly started drifting toward that being true, and then COVID wrecked everything.
Yeah.
It was probably going to get to that point for real
this isn't
within
to discredit
2020.
Other people. I mean, a lot of people wanted to do more work.
Yeah,
I would say
definitely.
20% of the issue was Kyle's inability
Ricky
to hand over work.
Ricky was ready to go, but like
Ricky
COVID,
did a ton
of
work.
Yeah.
Ricky did a ton of work when he came in. Probably some of the best, like, marketing. He was on Twitch
He was
all
also
the time.
first iteration Mafek, like making me do shit, like showing up at my door in the morning and
Ricky did
telling
a lot
me
of
what
work.
to do.
But like other people had lives and like jobs and were like busy and stuff. It was never anyone else's fault for not being able to do the things you were always doing. It's overlooked in the grand scheme of what you didn't deliver on. That you can't deliver.
Probably because I overlook it too.
Well, things
it's still hard
it was
for me
things like
to
the
look
Door
back and be
Monster
like,
calendar for Skyvault and that kind of stuff, where it's like
forgot about the Door Monster calendar.
Hurting cats over here.
Yeah.
Easily. Wait, what did Cash just say?
She said, Allison, I also give you my blessing to tell me to get my shit together if the script is running late. I need external pressure that academia instilled in me, and you were capable of scaring me enough.
Well, let me do that now publicly. Just so that the accountability can certainly be maintained. And I mean, it's not entirely your fault because the rules are. I'm of the opinion that you can't really be held accountable when 100% clarity hasn't been made, which I don't think it was.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of things that I need to change about the process and stuff that I've learned now. Like this was the first test run, so. But
the larger consequences of the script being late, which is actually not on Cass, it's entirely on Kyle, have been astronomical. It's like every little delay multiplies in effect.
Oh yeah.
And then by the end of it,
absolutely.
So many things have gone wrong and there's so many problems.
Speaking of, we're delaying by being on the show still instead of me getting back to editing the video
right.
that I shot.
Right.
So we probably should wrap this
You
up.
got me all riled up. No, actually, you guys got me all riled up.
They did it. I was ending the show.
You're right. You brought up mediocre D-tier TikTokers. And how dare you? How dare you?
Thank you guys for tuning in. We do have a throne, which I can start advertising now that there aren't children in need. We fixed it, actually. All the children are fine now. So
yes. How much did we raise?
4,100 something pounds.
Yeah, we
total.
solved that crisis.
Yeah, the war is over.
Actually, wait a minute. We did something good.
No, we actually did. You're right.
Thank you guys for sending in that money. Genuinely impactful. And
can I just not compliment myself on anything? And I just
sometimes you will not compliment yourself to the detriment of all the work other people did.
You're absolutely right.
How much did you donate?
None.
Great. Okay, so thank everybody
else. Yeah, thank you guys
for doing all the donations for the charity.
I didn't do shit.
I wouldn't have picked a charity that you weren't going to actually impact. So you guys can rest easy knowing that the money that you spent is actually going to kids and places that need it. Like literally your money is used to build schools, rebuild cities. People are in those areas doing the work and making sure that families and kids are feeling some semblance of normalcy. And I don't know that everybody knows how important that can be in times of crisis, just having things that feel like a little bit like everything's not going wrong. Like some things as simple as like a normal meal, or even shit like having a phone or a Game Boy or something in the middle of like total crisis is, I don't know that everybody knows how far that shit goes, but it goes for far. And your money is going further because the organization does a lot more than just food and entertainment. So you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. And
I'm glad that we did it.
Really, if you're going to thank anybody, thank Mafekin Backdoor, whose idea this was entirely and pushed us.
And they kept it going and kept the rewards updated. And
Backdoor's been reminding us for years, technically. So,
right.
And we were already late even on the year that we did decide to do it. Backdoor was asking us weeks before we decided to do it. So
right.
in terms
you want evidence that like things are actually like moving now. It is the fact that Jingle Jam happened is like that was there's no way that ever would have happened from just us. So
Ursa says, I appreciate the effort and peace of mind from your research. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you did that too.
I have literal bugs in my brain that keep me up, guys, and this is one of them. The charity
they crawled in there.
This is why we don't do charity stuff, actually, is because secretly I resent too many charities.
Yeah, because a lot of them are bullshit.
But if I didn't genuinely believe that your money was going someplace valuable, then I would have just made you donate to me.
Right.
That's going someplace valuable.
Speaking of, my laptop is fucked and I need a new one so bad. And if you go to Throne, you can donate towards a new laptop. I literally just need it to connect to my other computer and stay online.
I'm going to go donate to your laptop right now.
And it can't do either of those things. I'm literally sitting on the couch and I will like shift position and then the internet will cut off and I'll have to reboot my laptop every single time. And it's ruining my fucking life. Or if anybody has
ideas about why that could be happening, like we could just open and like shift something. We were worried it was like a loose Wi-Fi card, whatever. The Wi-Fi literally goes out every 5 minutes, which affects.
It's stupid.
It actually has like a 20-minute long effect basically every single time.
It builds up over time because I can't I have to reboot the computer and then reopen the fucking thing I was working on
But that's like over time. It's Christmas. People literally spend all their money on charities and their families. So just like, if you have...
But ideally, that's the thing. If you're going to Throne, you want to donate something.
donating toward the laptop would help. That is like a specific thing that I need right now.
We basically don't need most things most of the time.
Most of the time, we don't need things.
This is just sort of one of those things.
This one could be useful.
Going.
I am worried that I'm getting to that point where like my tech is gonna start breaking because it's been around for a while. We still have the same 2 cameras. That computer is a few years old.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little. I need to check that computer and like see if any parts need to be swapped out probably before it just stops functioning.
Yeah, we'll try to bring up the throne more.
Yeah, we'll do that more.
The same bug in our brain is also like, well, we don't really need anything. And
if you guys release Allison's cartwheel video if the laptop is completed, it will be fun and super fast. I actually think Throne specifically says you're not allowed to offer reward for it because it's a gift. But that doesn't mean we couldn't just do the things anyway.
You guys are gonna get Kyle's dance video, and
yeah, that's true.
I might be a lot more inclined to release my cartwheel video after that because that's gonna be.
What if it rocks though? What if I do such a good job in the dance video that it's not even comparable to the same thing?
What if, babe? There's a real chance of that happening. So you guys just wait and see.
I'm so good at dancing.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the last stream before Christmas.
Is this not the reward for Throne, though? That kind of seems weird that you can't offer rewards for Throne.
That was the inverse. We're streaming first. The Throne is the reward for us for doing this.
Well, it was hard work, guys.
Yeah.
So
we're having, yeah.
Can't you tell how difficult?
So give me treats.
Give me my Chapel Roan moment. Guys, what I do is really hard. And what, do you think you could do it? Try being an influencer for a day. Try getting up and doing a stream for an hour a day. Hello.
It really throws off the whole schedule.
Hello.
Push the button. Nobody on TikTok steals jokes and content anymore, but every single video is overtly sponsored.
No.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.